अस्सलाम वालेकुम। आज हम बात करने जा रहे हैं एक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक ओवरकमिंग प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन पर जिंदगी में आमतौर पर हम हम सब किसी ना किसी वक्त काम को डिले करते हैं जैसे प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन कहते हैं। आज हम समझेंगे प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन होती क्या है और क्यों और इसलिए निकलने के लिए बेहतरीन तरीके क्या हैं। चलिए शुरू करते हैं। अस्सलाम वालेकुम, क्या हाल है?
Yo, tell me everything.
अ,
Everything.
और तो आज का
Let's move.
my first question is what does frustration really mean, and
Hmm.
why do people struggle with it?
That's a good one. It's kind of interesting how often
So my
things start with
so my
frustration, isn't it?
first question is
Like, why not
frustration really mean, and
contentment?
why do people struggle with it?
I replace it. You meant progression, right? Like, why do people struggle with it? No, it's funny. We often focus on the struggle instead of just being where we are. What makes you ask?
So my next question is how can someone identify that they are procrastination instead of simply resisting?
Totally. You can use the same approach. It's kind of a meta simplification, right? Like simplifying and simplifying. Does that make sense? What are you trying to simplify, if you don't mind me asking?
What are the most common cause of procrastination in daily life?
Proxiation. You mean procrastination? If so, daylight can actually make it worse for some people. It's kind of counterintuitive, right? You'd think sunshine would be motivating, but it can also make you realize all the other fun stuff you could be doing instead of, tackling that to-do list. Does that ring true for you at all?
How does procrastination affect productivity, mental health, and personal growth?
Okay, so it's huge, honestly. Um, like seeing yourself actually move forward even a little bit is a total mood boost for mental health. It builds momentum, which feeds productivity, and then that sense of accomplishment really fuels personal growth. It's kind of all connected, you know? What does progression look like to you usually? Is it checking things off a list, learning something new, or something else?
Question about why we delay our work. Why do people choose comfort over completing important tasks?
That's the $1 million question, isn't it? I think a lot of it has to do with how our brains are wired. Um, Important tasks often feel hard or scary or just unpleasant. Comfort is a quick hit of dopamine. It's an easy reward. It's like why fight for the long-term win when you can have a little immediate happiness? Does that resonate with you? What usually draws you towards comfort when you know you should be doing something else?
How does fear of failure contribution
Hmm.
out of the procrastination?
Hmm. Location. Are you asking how fear of failure and contribution relate to where we are in life? Like our current location, metaphorically? It's a good connection. Fear can definitely keep people stuck, preventing them from taking risks and moving forward. The desire to contribute, that could be a powerful motivator, but also a source of anxiety if you're worried about not being good enough. Is that getting close to what you were thinking?
How does procrastination cause people to delay starting tasks?
Ah, protection. That's a smart way to put it. Procrastination is a form of self-protection. It's like if you don't try, you can't fail, right? You're shielding yourself from the potential pain of disappointment. It's a really common thing, and it's often subconscious. We tell ourselves stories about why we're not ready or why it's not the right time when really we're just scared. And do you ever find yourself doing that? Making excuses to avoid starting something?
How does unclear goals lead to procrastination?
Unclear goals need protection. That's an interesting phrasing. You mean, how does a lack of clarity actually lead to procrastination? Because, ironically, it's a way of avoiding the discomfort of figuring things out, right? If you don't really know what you're supposed to do, it's easy to just not do anything. It feels less like failing and more like just being stuck, safer in a weird way. Does that make sense?
So my next question about daily triggers. What are the biggest distractions that cause procrastination today?
Let me quickly pull some info. One sec. Okay, so Cosbro seems to refer to a few different people. There's Rabbi Cosgrove, who posts on YouTube about Jewish themes, a photographer named Cosgrove focused on photography, John Cosgrove, who created Unsolved Mysteries, and Tom Cosgrove, who works with earthday.org. Daily Treasure seems to be showing up in unrelated news headlines and street names. Which Cosgrove were you thinking of?
How does social media increase the tendency to delay work?
Data and the layer is. Are you asking how social media increases data collection and like the lives?
How
We
does social
share.
media increase that the
Ah, good.
tendency to delay work?
Okay, so social media increasing data and tendencies toward the labor. You mean like how it contributes to feelings of being overworked or exploited? That's a really interesting question. A lot of it comes down to the pressure to constantly present a curated version of yourself, right? It takes effort, mental energy. And then there's the addictive nature of it. Endlessly scrolling, comparing yourself to others. It can feel like work, even though you're not getting paid. It's this constant performance of self. Does that resonate?
How much does environment and work workspace design affect our
Environment.
blinds to start tasks?
You mean how space design, like the way a room is laid out, affects our brains? Absolutely. It has a huge impact. It's not just about aesthetics. Things like lighting, color, and even the amount of clutter can influence our mood, our focus, and even our creativity. It's pretty wild when you start thinking about it. What do you think about that? Are you redesigning a space maybe?
So my next question is, what are the most practical steps someone can take to stop procrastinating immediately?
Mediterranean? Do you mean mistreatment? Like, what steps can someone take to stop professional mistreatment? That's a really important question. It's tough because it depends on the situation, but documenting everything is key. Keeping a record of what happened, when, and who was involved. Hey, sorry, was just process. Oh, hey there. Still with me? Are you having trouble hearing me? I think there might. Okay, so I'm a little bit. I'm a little better. I'm beep beep. I'm talking about. Okay, to have go with the audio.
उम्मीद है कि आज की बातचीत से आपको समझ आया गया होगा कि प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन को कैसे कंट्रोल किया जा सकता है। अगर आप चाहते हैं सिंपल स्टेप्स अपनाएँ तो आप अपनी ज़िंदगी में बहुत प्रोडक्टिव बना सकते हैं। याद रखें कंसिस्टेंसी द की इज़ द की। शुक्रिया, मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट सेशन में। लाइक, कमेंट और शेयर करना ना भूलिएगा।